Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sunday Musicians Café. Today, as I said in a previous post, will be a rather special episode because the guest of today is Victoria Gelman, who is a musician, very good violinist who I met in Israel this summer. She's already here, so I think we'll take advantage of the fact that she's already here, so I will invite her immediately to talk to us. Sunday, and let's take advantage of the time and invite Victoria. Hey Vicky, how are
Hi.
you? All good? How's it going?
Yeah, I mean, fine as much as it can be.
Are you in between rehearsals, right?
Yeah, I'm in between rehearsals.
Okay.
I have like some minutes.
Okay, good. I wanted to introduce you a bit, but let's take advantage of your time. I know it's very precious
No,
at the moment.
you can
Um,
go ahead. Sure.
okay. So we met very briefly. We met
Yeah.
in Israel this summer, yeah. And you introduce yourself. So you tell what you want to say about
What can
your
I
musical
say?
background and
I'm a violinist
yeah.
since I'm 5 years old. I did my bachelor in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and then I did my master's in Berlin. And some of the artist diploma in the United States. And then I quit this artist diploma to get a job in Switzerland, and I got a job in Switzerland in an orchestra, and then I left back to Israel.
Okay. So
That's
at the
basically,
moment,
in short, that's my timeline with music.
Fantastic,
Let's say,
fantastic.
yeah.
But it's very various and it's very nice. I've been to Berlin as well, and I can tell that you took probably the best from each continent. It's really good. It's really good. Very good. And I actually never had the fortune to listen to you live, but only on video, and already was amazing. So I wish one day to hear you live because probably you play very well. And one of the video I saw is actually one of the latest you post, and you were in the hospital. Would you kindly tell us what you were doing there?
In the hospital, that's rather heavy reason, but it's also a happy reason. We have a lot of injured citizens and soldiers right now in those hospitals, really crazy amounts. So we try to help as much as we can. My help can be either donating blood or going to fix things like shelters or whatever, or going and playing music. So I've done all of those, and in that hospital, we went to two hospitals. It
Okay.
was a couple of days ago, and we just went from room to room. You don't need to even like ask them in advance. You just like you come, you say we come to play for the injured, and then you just knock on doors and you suggest yourself. And if they're in the mood and they want some happiness and music, so you
Well,
just come and you enter and you play. You take all your music stands, all your instruments from room to room. It's kind of funny to see, but yeah, you just come and make them a bit like happier, you know.
yes, absolutely. No, I mean, immediately when I saw your post, and immediately thought of how powerful is music and how can music be so powerful. Has a very special power. I mean, immediately I thought about Heifetz when he went to play for the troops. I don't know if you know it, but he went to play for the troops and the injured as well. And immediately I thought about Rostropovich playing when the Berlin Wall was falling down. And immediately I thought about Iraq when people were playing the cellos, or the latest, also earthquakes, not just wars, like when there is a, earthquake or such when a tragedy hits a country, musicians are immediately the first ones that activate themselves on giving themselves to the people. And I really find this a beautiful pattern, and I really enjoyed what you have done. I saw in one of the videos you were, I mean, all of them, they were so touching, and there was one. If you tell us more about the story of this man that was actually wasn't able to speak or something. and he
Yes,
would.
yes. So there was one injured soldier that his injury was somewhere in the face
Mm.
area and the throat area. He couldn't speak at the moment. He was also probably very much dosed with the the necessary medications to be as relaxed as he can. So the least he could communicate, he had some sort of a board and he could write down whatever
Wow.
he needs from family or from medicine or to speak with us. So when we came in to ask if he wants to have music, so he wrote on the board yes, and then at the end he said thank you very much. In Hebrew he wrote it. But yeah, that was the communication with him because he
Wow.
couldn't verbally
Yeah,
speak.
yeah. I mean, you see, for example, I was thinking as well, musicians and all the artists, but music has a special place in that when there is a political decision to make and or a regime that wants to make a certain to take a certain path, uh, the first one to be censored or to be blocked are the musicians, and we can think about Shostakovich in Russia and everything, all the censors that's been taking place for the musicians, because music has no words and it actually speaks to the heart immediately, for the good and for the bad. So you can really touch people's heart with music. And I don't know, how is the reaction of all your colleagues? I mean, are they all very willing to go? Because I would go, but I understand also people that are scared as well of saying, okay, I'm not going with my instrument and my profession and stuff.
No one actually thought for a second about, oh, my instrument or professional things. We came all in this kind of situation and we are all in emotional situation
Yeah.
and mental situation that we just like immediately, do you want to come? Do you want to come? Do you want to come? And everybody just like, yes, let's do it. It's like you create a group couple hours before, you don't even rehearse, you just go and do. And everybody's reaction was really they were willing to do. And after I posted also that post, many musicians were like, oh my god, that's amazing, how can we do that, can we join, we want to do it. And there's a lot of other chamber groups in Israel that are already gathering. There is the Philharmonic group, chamber group, the Philharmonic, they also play in places. There is the brass group and the string group and many other individuals that are just going and doing this like that.
I really don't know how is the situation in terms of like bureaucracy and everything and the alarm. How big is the alarm? You can go out. Is there a curfew? How is the situation now with
Uh,
the rules? Let's
we
say if
don't
there are.
we don't have much. It's not about curfew. We don't have curfew for
Okay,
times because it comes whenever the sirens.
okay,
But we do have limitations for the amount of gathering. We
okay,
in different cities and areas of the country, you have different orders. In this country, in this area, you can be only 30 people gathered. It has to be close to the shelter,
okay,
and no studies, no schools, no work, no this and that. And it's changing between city to city, but approximately like this.
okay, okay. So, and how is the situation with the army? Are you called to go if you're a man? Uh, if
Uh,
you're a musician, how you can skip that if you're a musician?
no, if you're a musician, you don't get recruited because obviously every musician, whoever did music in army, it's not something they're being called for. But everybody who has anything that they can give, fighting, working, and organizing, whatever, they are getting recruited. They get this letter or call that's called Tzav Shmone, it's in Hebrew, and they just immediately go there. They don't think twice. We had a lot of guys from abroad that were willing to come.
To come back.
Yeah, to
I know,
come
I
back just
know a
for this.
bunch. I know a bunch actually. Here in London, Italy, and the United States as well. Some people were called back,
Mhm.
so to go back. I mean, it's obviously awful. And professionally, this obviously hit your profession, your jobs and gigs and stuff. And how many of them you lost?
Uh, just from this 2 weeks, three concerts, three different projects completely were canceled.
Completely canceled.
Yeah, completely canceled. Maybe one of them will be rebooked for some other month. We don't know. We cannot even think for tomorrow. We basically live day by day. So because we don't have any work, we only can do just go and volunteer and help.
Yes.
Which is also, fulfilling. You cannot just sit at home and wait and not do nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, at least you express yourself as you are used to do with the violin, right? Or whatever instrument you play. It's incredible. Also, it's interesting to see that, you see, again, music has a very powerful role in any political tension, because one of the targets was a musical event. So you see, I mean, the one of the targets during this tension, this fighting, was a music festival.
Yes.
So
just a party, basically.
yeah,
Not necessarily a music festival,
but
yeah.
music was a really big. It's unify people. I mean, it's the proof that unify people. And if you want to attack, you go where music is, maybe, and it's like this. So be careful, please.
Yes, I try not to go anywhere,
Yes,
obviously.
absolutely. You have any plans for the future there in Israel with any groups you are? I believe you are getting in touch with people that you relate to.
Yeah, I mean, you future plans regarding like professional wise, you mean?
Yes, no, I mean, if there is any positive thing coming out from
Oh,
this. Yeah.
I mean, we have no other choice than to think positive. Because if we're not gonna think positive, it's like a straight way down, like a highway. Not even a highway. It's like really, you fall.
Yeah.
And we cannot. So what we can do is to keep planning for the future. We keep trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your case, you were staying in Jerusalem, right?
Yes.
You were living there, and your life was there, and obviously you wouldn't think of going abroad, so you quit the job the artist diploma in the United States. So, but you have a job in Geneva, in
Yeah, I
Switzerland.
had a job in Geneva for a few months, and then I decided that it's not so much for me. And
Okay.
I decided to come back to Israel and to do
Okay.
some other stuff as well.
Okay.
Not only
Okay.
that.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're basically based in Israel now.
I'm what?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I am.
You're based there. Okay.
I
Good.
came back for
Fantastic.
now. Yeah.
You are a Keshet Elon graduate, right?
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
you want to
I've been
tell
there
us
so many
about
times.
Keshet? Keshet, what do you like about Keshet? I loved it this year.
I love that it feels like a family.
Yeah.
It feels like a family, everything there, all the activities, so many lessons and master classes and concerts, and you just get a lot of opportunity, and obviously you get a really nice view and to experience the north of the country, the very, very north. I don't know, I love it.
Yeah, that's absolutely what I felt the same. I felt the same. It's such a family environment. Yes. I mean, apart from the situation in which you are at the moment, which obviously I wish you to stay safe, please, and continue to do that, because it's really good what you're doing, and promote it as well. Promote it as much as you can, as I can do now. I'm promoting this. But apart from this situation, you have a big experience on the music industry in general. So you've been to Germany, Switzerland, United States, Israel. Where do you think is the most appreciated? Which is the country which appreciates classical music the most?
I would say probably Europe.
Okay.
I mean, also in the United States. Definitely in the United States is very strong, but in a different way. I mean, it's very different in the United States and Europe, but
which are the
I don't know.
differences you notice the
Oh,
most?
I don't know how to explain this. It's just probably just the methods of playing and teaching and everything. It forms a different picture and a feeling. But it's very good there, and especially in Europe, obviously.
So the United States, you would say, is more based on show and technique, or no?
I am not sure. No, I don't know. It's different because many people you have people that split. They either choose to go to the United States or they choose to go to Europe. It's just by the feeling and what fits to you. Maybe also, I don't know, the vibe of the life in those places, I guess.
Okay. You've been, which part of the United States you've been? Cleveland?
Yeah, I was in Cleveland for a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there is a good culture for music, right? I mean, it's quite, yeah. So maybe when we talk about the United States, it's too a broad concept, and
Yeah, I
really
mean,
depends.
there's many many states that have great schools, so it's different everywhere.
It looks like also you had very much a very good experience on your inner self. So you're working on what you really want to follow, which is a quality that I think as a musician we tend to avoid, because the decision of taking one direction is always very tempting, you know, like, okay, I'm going orchestra, that's it. And then you kind of regret and you keep it there. But I like the fact that you know, you change, you try different things. It's very healthy for what I think, because
Yes.
it's, you know, it's trying to find our true self, and it's really good. So would you suggest to us how to cope with this kind of approach, which might be difficult
I
for
mean,
us?
if there is if there is something that I really, really do recommend, and I am insisting on it lately a lot, is that as a musician, you should have something else as well that you really like to do and you really want to explore that has nothing to do with music.
Okay, that's
Really,
interesting.
it's
Okay,
very healthy, super, super healthy to leave this bubble
I
and to
like
have
it.
perspective on other things. It's really essential. And I say this from my own perspective because when I came back, I decided that I need a bit air. I need to do something else. So I went studying dog training and
Okay.
working in a vet clinic with animals,
Ah, very nice.
assistant. And I don't know, it's really, really, it's essential. It
Yes.
really helps.
Yes, and I totally agree with you actually on this point. And I do other stuff, and I really like technology and social media and stuff, and but also politics actually. And I studied political science as well, and I really liked it. And the you absolutely right on saying that is relieving as well, but it's not just, you know, you take from other parts of the world inspirations as well for your music, for your art, and it makes the whole profession of being a musician more as a vocation, not just as a, you know, a day by day job. So you choose to be a violinist. You're not just called to be a violinist and you have to be. It's like a course, you know. You have
Yes.
to be a musician. No, you choose to be that. So,
Yeah.
and on the day by day, what would you suggest is a good, you know, routine you would keep as a musician? Like you play maximum 2 or 3 hours,
Don't ask
and then
me that. Don't. Really not. I'm not an example for anything. I'm
no,
not gonna lie. I'm not
I'm
gonna invent like I practice 3 hours, 4 hours. No, no.
okay. No, but this is an
I'm past
example.
that.
It's already an example. It's good.
That's
It's good because
an
you know.
example of somebody who just doesn't do that.
No,
No,
but
I used to practice back then, like when I was in my teen years. I really did practice quite a lot because that was the main goal. That was the only thing in.
yeah,
Now, since I have
absolutely.
different a bit approach to the music and what kind of things I want to do, it's no, I don't practice as much. I do it differently now.
No, but it's absolutely good. It's a good example to say this because, you know, people they get frustrated because they are not practicing, and then they, you know, they quit completely and they say either I practice 10 hours, either I don't, I'm not a musician anymore. I mean, it's not true. Obviously, I mean, you've practiced a lot when you were a kid, and we practiced a lot, and we achieved a certain level of mastery which
Hmm.
allows us to do other things as well,
Hmm.
and you know, to explore the world and be free. And
Yeah.
so I think you're a perfect example, actually.
Yes.
You're a perfect example of a healthy approach to musicianship. You know, a healthy musicianship. Yeah, yeah. But
Nice.
so, which are the qualities that you think a musician should have nowadays? Because the maybe the musical world changed, and it's not just technical qualities, but which are the qualities that you think a good
being
musician?
being very much open-minded, reading a lot and studying a lot. Not
Okay.
only practicing, not only how do you play this vibrato or that both beat, like really leave the technical side and just explore the world, learn, because then you get such a perspective on music and the culture of the music that you wouldn't get otherwise. That's what I think.
That's perfect. I really like it and I appreciate what you said. I guess you have to go now with your quartet as well.
Yeah.
Where you're playing today?
We play today is somewhere a bit outside of Jerusalem in a place where they have the evacuates from the south,
Okay,
families that
okay.
had to leave. Yeah.
So um, I mean, let's just repeat these things. I mean, it's so wonderful what you're doing, and please keep doing it. At the same time, please be safe. And yeah, absolutely. I think you should tell us more on the social media and post more what you're doing, all of these initiatives, and absolutely, music can be such a good mean for peace and unity. And so many words have been said and are being, everybody's saying a lot of political statements and, like taking positions and stuff. When I personally think that when the things are so fresh, it's better to step back a bit and try to be objective as possible. So numbers, facts, what is actually happening, and try to protect as much as possible people. And music, even though can be political, is one of those arts which doesn't require to take a position. So you can make beauty without any too much involvement. So yeah, do you agree with that?
Yes, yes, I do.
Yes, that's fantastic. And do you play pieces that are related to history of Israel or
We just
general?
we play. We also play classical music, but also we suggest to play some common Israeli songs
That's the
by
point.
Israeli singers that
Yeah.
they like. Yeah.
Folk songs, folk songs. They are the
Yes,
one.
folk
Yeah.
songs or just like famous singers that we have. We have arrangements to their songs and we just play them.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, and please keep us updated. And thank you so much for being a guest
Thank you.
today. I really appreciate it. I know the situation is awful, but you gave us a bit of hope. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Oops. So,
Ciao, Vicky.
bye.
Bye bye. What can I say? Incredible, incredible initiatives, incredible human beings, and I forgot to mention, but she also said that one of those hospitals in which she was playing with, they were playing with the group. In the hospital, there were also two terrorists, which they've been found, and they've been taking care of them as well in the hospital, which is something that I find quite moving. And it's really important to think about the situation the most objective way possible, and without trying to be too much, yeah, irrational and taking position immediately. And this is what I think. And I want to say just that, I mean, this post has no intention of being a political statement, and my intention is to bring a musician's point of view, and to tell us how is the situation from an objective point of view, and what you can actually do with music and gathering for peace. And so, yeah, explain how can music be a very powerful mean, either for peace or unify people. And we saw so many times during in history that music has been censored, music has been a target, and musicians, artists in general, they always bring a message of peace. So that's really what we should do. Thank you so much for being here as well, on another episode of Sunday Musician Cafe. Hope to see you next week with a fantastic guest, which I will announce next week. He's a wonderful pianist, winner of a very important competition here in UK, and yeah, he's playing around. He just recorded many many CDs with a very important label. So please stay tuned, and see you next week.